Hello, I'm a Spanish native who has been learning English for more than 3 years, Japanese for 14 months, and I'm a Calisthenics athlete. These two hobbies are why I want to introduce discipline to language learning. Honestly, I think that it's not really that difficult to get a deck in Anki that meets your needs for learning a language, so I'll be covering how a deck that is perfect should look like when learning languages and why is it important to have a deck that meets your standards. Very simple, you should be clear on what you want to achieve with this deck, which should be the listening, reading, speaking, writing, whatever thing you want to accomplish with this deck, be clear. With that in mind, of course a deck for people learning how to write kanjis, for example, it does not really matter if it contains native audio, it doesn't really matter if it contains the sentence in which you found that kanji, you get the drill. To make it more clear, normally people that are starting learning language should, and probably mostly want to do as well, learn listening and reading. So a deck for people starting should contain native audio of the word, a sentence using the word with audio as well, and of course the meanings. Now, if you have a year of learning Japanese, for example, probably your deck should look like this. That is, using a monolingual dictionary so you can get used to explanations in the language you're learning, because understanding explanations will help you to understand when people try to explain a specific concept to you in their language. I'm not going to lie to you, there's a point in which you really stop having the need of images, sentences, etc. Especially when you start getting used to using a monolingual dictionary because you start doing your Anki sessions you just really wanting to learn. It doesn't matter if it's interactive or if it doesn't have images. With that said, I think it's important to have these images, sentences or audio, particularly when you're starting, because it just makes it easier to study. It helps you usually to retain better the concepts when you review that word again. So I remember the first 2 months of my Anki sessions, I mostly remembered cards because of the specific scene I found that word in, and also, for example, how much easy or hard it was to understand the sentence I put into that Anki card. And I haven't missed a day of my Anki sessions for that reason. Reviving the scene of an anime which I thought was funny and just repeating the card over and over until I understood the sentence became kind of addictive. Addictive in the sense of noticing progress because I was starting to understand sentences without the need of repeating words and kind of look for the next sentence that I could understand. At this moment that doesn't really happen, but what keeps me right now studying Anki while being kind of entertaining is understanding native explanations in Japanese of the word I'm studying. So if you can manage in some way to just get addicted to having more and more progress when studying Anki or even doing immersion, it will honestly help you a lot, and it will probably be one of the phases in your life in general in which you will notice more progress in your goals. First, understand that I also have days in which I don't want to study Anki, but still I do it. And second, if you look too much for the perfect Anki deck, you are literally doing nothing. So always remember, studying in whatever deck is better than finding the perfect one. That's it for the video. Be sure to give me a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to have more discipline. Language learning friends. Thank you very much.